Our next example is from Bhagavad-gita, chapter 9, text number 1. Secret wisdom deleted from Bhagavad-gita as it is. If we take a look at the so-called original manuscript, which is the draft of the Bhagavad-gita, we see that Srila Prabhupada said, this was transcribed from Srila Prabhupada's words. The Supreme Lord said, "Because you are never envious of me, O Arjuna, I shall give you this most secret wisdom, knowing which you will be relieved from the miseries of this material existence." And then we jump to the 1972 Macmillan edition, the original and authorized edition, with Hayagriva Prabhu as the editor. The Supreme Lord said, which is the same as in the manuscript, "My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most secret wisdom, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence." And then we jump to Jayadvaita Swami's, or BBT International, posthumously edited 1983 edition. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said. Now Prabhupada said the Supreme Lord here, but Jayadvaita Swami thinks that instead we should have Supreme Personality of Godhead. "My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization." So where did that come from? It did not come from the original manuscript. And it did not come from the authorized and original edition. So where did it come from? Perhaps it came from the Sanskrit. Perhaps Jayadvaita Swami thought that he was better at translating the Sanskrit than Prabhupada. I don't know. It could be. "Knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence." So here we again see that Jayadvaita Swami's editing often takes us further away from Srila Prabhupada. Not closer, but further away. We see again and again that the BBT International's claim to fame, namely that they are making the books quote-unquote closer to Prabhupada, is false. In fact, they are deliberately changing Srila Prabhupada's own chosen words. In other words, they are violating the principle of Arsa-Prayoga again and again. So how long will this be allowed to go on? Well, now, actually, this example here, I was asked by a devotee who was very skeptical about the changes. He asked me that to make it put it up like this, because otherwise he wouldn't read it. So here we just see how the 72 edition, Supreme Lord, Arjuna, my dear Arjuna. Here we just have O Arjuna in the original manuscript, and we have the secret wisdom, and here we have the changes, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here we have my dear Arjuna, and we also have it here, my dear Arjuna. So it's funny that Jayadvaita Swami, he did not think it was important to write O Arjuna, because if Jayadvaita Swami, if he's so happy about changing it back to the original manuscript, then why did he not write O Arjuna? Well, so it seems like Jayadvaita Swami is actually approving of many of the changes made by Hayagriva Prabhu, which Prabhupada also did, because Prabhupada approved Hayagriva Prabhu's work. There are like two or three things from Bhagavad-gita that Srila Prabhupada wanted changed, and they were actually all changed while he was here. So we have this most confidential knowledge and realization, which is not here in the original manuscript. And actually, another interesting thing is that BBT International, Jayadvaita Swami, claims that on their bbtedit.com website that they go through all the changes they made, and they explain why they made the changes. But actually, it is only a fraction of the changes that are mentioned on bbtedit.com, and it's only these changes have been carefully selected because they can be, quote-unquote justified by looking at the original manuscript. But actually there are hundreds of changes not mentioned, and this is one of them. This change is not mentioned on bbtedit.com. And why is it not mentioned? Well, because it takes the Bhagavad-gita further away from what Prabhupada actually said. Prabhupada said secret wisdom, But here we have most confidential knowledge and realization. Yeah. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video, and please share it with your friends. Hare Krishna. Thank you.